real right now.
Mr. DL.
222 222. Who's off? I could just lose your mind.
Episode 6-9 with no Takashi. We straight up, baby.
Yep.
We here at the Dancer Zone podcast, episode 69, man, with
Mr. DL.
yes, sir. Sometimes we got to remember who we here with.
I thought you were going first.
I know, it's all good. Big Shug, and Tanya's in Colombia, meeting with the Medellin cartel. And we here today with producer, hip-hop personality, the whole deal, man. We know what time it is with CLance. What's good, brother?
Yo, what's up, guys? Thanks for having me.
Yeah, man. You know, we're glad that you're here. Yo, you know what I mean? You know, you like the production dude. But nah, so what we want to do is like, we want to let the people know, man, you know what I'm saying, who CLance is, when this whole began, and you know, and why you matter today and was you know, bring us up to speed, you know?
Hell yeah.
Yeah. So basically it all started in college around like 2006. I went to UMass Lowell. Yeah. And I was just messing around with FL Studio on my laptop. I mean, just out of boredom. I was just bored in college.
Right.
And at the time I was listening to a lot of Gangstar, Jedi Mind tricks, Mobb Deep, and a lot of like the early 2003 like Kanye beats. So I was listening to like a lot of that stuff.
Right.
And I was just getting into messing with beats, and I was really like at the time I was really focused on like the production side of things. Like when I would listen to a Gangstar album, I would focus on the beat, and then when I listened to JMT, I would focus on the beat. It was, and I'd always listen to like the Havoc beats on like the Mobb Deep or the Alchemist beats. So I started doing that, and then in 2009, so I started making beats in 2006, and then in 2009, I linked with Vinny Paz, and that's like where the whole thing started. Yeah. So over 10 years ago, really.
Wow.
So did you actually graduate from UMass Lowell?
Yeah, criminal justice.
Oh shit!
Criminal justice.
No shit.
Hey, it's just crazy because being from Mass and you know, I coached kids for years in AAU and different basketball. So we used to have tournaments at UMass Lowell.
Yeah.
And it was such a big and beautiful ass campus that I was like, yo, why is this D3 or whatever? And then while me saying that, so as the years went by, then it became a Division I basketball program. And I was because I learned that you had to have the certain size campus and what have you in order for that to happen. You know what I mean? And then it did happen. So it's crazy, man. But shout out to UMass Lowell, and we got CLance out of this, so it's all good.
I didn't even know that.
So
That's crazy.
Were you so were you into the production side of it first, or did you try to rap, or you know what I'm saying?
No. Yeah. So I know, like, I feel like a lot of producers at some point in their career they try to rap, but I never even had the inspiration or motivation to rap. I've always just been on the beats.
Thank you. But no, the reason the only reason why I say that because you're right. Now listen, DJ Premier, shout out to my brother. He actually has his voice and he actually could rap if he wanted to. You know what I mean? But he wants to do the beat, so that's what it is. You know what I mean? So you know, I respect that. Where do we get the?
Have you ever heard Primo rap?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you ever hear him on that hook?
No, like a whole verse from or a song from DJ Premier that never came out.
Pretty much.
Oh,
you heard the hook though, right?
I
heard
did.
That hook?
Yeah, I didn't know if he wrote it or if it was just something I didn't know. I didn't know.
Which song did you hear it? Which song?
Huh? I'm not sure. I'm terrible with songs, dude. Titles.
Yeah.
I don't know the names of my songs, dude.
Nah. It's actually was an MOP song called I think it was Ghetto Music. But yeah, and I knew like this dude couldn't really do that. You know what I mean? But that wasn't what he was looking to do. You know what I mean? Yeah. So as far as you as a producer, and you said you never really rap. Did you always go as CLance, or is CLance your name, or what's the significance of that?
Yeah, so actually now I'm going back to high school. I played baseball, and my first name is Craig, and my last name is Lanciani, an Italian last name. Yep. And everyone in baseball called me CLance, so I just stuck with it.
Right. That's dope. Because if you was a rapper, that real name would have made it happen. You know what I'm saying? All you had to do is dress gangster. Yeah. So this was a Laciani, you said?
Yeah.
That was it. That would have wrapped it all up. Craig Laciani, you already know. But so I take it that must be an Italian name?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Yo, on another subject, have you ever been to Italy?
I haven't. My parents have, but I haven't.
Are they from there, both your parents?
No, they were born here, but
but are they Italian?
Yeah.
Okay. Nah, I just say because I've been to Italy like mad times. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's just such a beautiful, like, you know what I mean, place. And I have two older children with it. Their mom is their father's from that side. You know what I mean? So, going to see these places. Like, well, cats never thought I was going to be doing that, you know what I mean? But the connection, once you get a chance, because you will, when you get a chance, you see how beautiful all that shit is. But so today, like, we connect you a lot, with Vinny Paz and there's two others. So can you tell us, like, how did you connect with rappers? How did you start connecting, and what was that process?
So. Like I said, in 2009, that's when I connected with Paz, and actually that was through he was just in his regular studio in Philly, and one of the other members from AOTP was playing my beats at the studio, and Paz just heard them, and then he reached out to me via email, and this is when I was still in college, and it was when we were on MySpace.
With MySpace.
So he emailed me, and I just started sending him beats. And what's funny is the very first beat that I sent him ended up being him and Beanie Siegel.
Oh, dang.
Yeah. And then just like, it was a domino effect. After Paz, it just kept going to, all those guys like Ari the Rugged Man, Slaine, and Esoteric, all the AOTP guys, so Ill Bill, it was a domino effect that just like took off from Paz.
So that was your first major record or major artist you produced for?
Yeah. Okay. Oh yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah. And with that, you were a fan of him? Were you a fan?
Yeah, so I grew up listening, like in high school, the first hip hop I was even listening to was Jedi Mind Tricks, Gangstar, and Mobb Deep.
I feel the same because when I did the song of Be Real, like I just felt, because that was who I came up on Cypress Hill. So when I heard them rapping to my beat, it was just like cloud nine. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, you can't really describe that feeling. Even today, like I've worked with so many guys, but when I still work with Paz, it's like crazy to me.
Yeah,
it's crazy too, because when you have guys of the lighter complexion or what have you, we call them TRM moments. Those are something, when you said you were really excited, those are TRM moments, which would mean turn red moment. So, you were so excited, you like, damn, I'm red as fuck. But anyway,
I don't know if I've ever been there, but I was excited though, for sure. I was a kid, but I was 23 years old.
Hold up, DL, you never turned red.
No, I'm just saying in that situation, I turned red walking up the stairs.
I know, I'm fucking. I know. Shit, he got 100 stairs over there, man. That's the attic in the sky. No, the cellar in the sky over there. The way he goes up and down them shits, I don't know how he does it, man. But hey, that's why that's why next year I'm gonna tell y'all right now that he's gonna attempt to run the marathon. But
fuck that.
You heard it here. He's gonna blaze the night before and eat plenty of pasta, and then me and Tanya gonna be out there. We gonna go. He can walk too. We gonna walk and run, but you know, and we're raising money for the Danger Zone Fund. Yo, anyway, man. So, where are you located now, man? Where you at now? See?
Now I'm in Derry, New Hampshire.
Oh, you in Derry?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh shit, you got cows and shit? Yo, there's cows out there, right? Right.
Yeah.
He's neighbors with Hectic.
Wow. Huh?
He's neighbors with Hectic. He lives in the same town.
Oh, Hector lives in Derry too?
Yeah.
Yo, that's like milk and weed. That's like a wild combination. Yo, cows, weed, and milk. Do you know Hectic? Does he know him?
Probably.
You know Hectic, C?
I think I've heard the name, but I've never met him. I don't.
He's from.
Or, I mean, maybe I have.
ST the Squad. He's from ST the Squad. He's one of those guys.
Okay. Was he at that show a couple weeks ago?
No.
Yeah.
No, he wasn't. No.
Onyx?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. He wasn't there.
Nah, he wasn't. Randomly, he wasn't, because that show was actually in New Hampshire that he's talking about. So yeah, he just wasn't there.
Yeah.
Well, you would know him, see, because once he starts talking, he doesn't stop. But that's our man. But he takes no breaths. Right? That's my dude right there. So you're out in Derry, though. Okay, so and you grew up where?
I grew up in Andover, Mass.
Oh, Andover. Damn, cat. You know all about wildlife. Yo, let me tell you, when I was a kid, I went to a camp called Andover and Waldron, right? This was many, many years ago. You know what I'm saying? So, and the only thing that at that time that was dark out there was me and the rest of my inner city friends that was going out to the camp. So it was nothing out there. It was just a summer camp. You know what I mean? So when you say Andover, of course I've been several times now. So you're from there, and then you go to Derry, right? Or did you?
Yeah. I actually lived in Lawrence for 8 years.
Oh shit!
That's where that hardcore. That's where that hardcore style came from. I credit it to those 8 years.
Hey yo, you was running around grabbing seasoning, right? No, you was going. Yo, when you lived in Lawrence, though, was you going to them spots getting them chicken dinners?
Hell yeah.
But the food there was awesome.
Yeah. Yo, let me tell you something. My man broke that down. I said, was you going to get them chicken dinners? He was like, the food was awesome.
It was awesome.
Hey, yo, one thing about Lawrence, though, see, I'm telling you, you go into the spot, right? You might have been before, one of them little chicken spots where they serve chicken in Spanish food.
Yeah.
And the dudes cut that shit 4 times or something with the little meat cleaver, whatever.
Yeah.
Chop, slide it in there, some rice and whatever. It's a wrap, son. But anyway, so but you got something you want to say, D?
No, I was just I was gonna build on what you were saying. Like, he's from such a small place, but he's made such big records, from such a small area. You know what I'm saying? So you got something with Jelly Roll, right?
Yeah.
So
he just emailed me the other day too, and we're cooking on some new stuff. He's gonna get back to some rapping stuff.
Yeah, it's interesting because he just sweep the country music awards, didn't he? And he went. Yeah. So that's big.
I know.
So it's
cool. He just posted an hour ago that he was on Joe Rogan.
Oh no shit!
Yeah?
Dang.
Yeah. Oh, so that means he can take whatever. So
he's out.
So do you? What we want to know is, so you work with Jelly Roll, but do you eat Jelly Rolls?
No.
Yo, I hope not. No, I'm fucking with you, man. Hey, yo, we throw little barbs here and there, man. See, we be up there, we be keeping it moving and shit. You know what I mean? So, but in Derry, are you in a house? You got a house out there? So
actually, I finally have like my own office and everything. I got everything up on the wall.
Nice.
Yeah.
Dope,
yeah. Because for years it was just a small apartment or my college dorm room that I was making beats in.
Yeah. Right. Gee, I got to tune in even more, man, because I'm always interested, man, listening to music and different music. So, what is it that you're currently, doing now? What are you pursuing?
Yeah, I'm still working daily with on new stuff with Paz.
Mm-hmm.
And then like we were just talking, I'm working on stuff with Jelly Roll, and then you guys know Merkules, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, yep.
Yeah. So
I'm on
he's
his
like the
first
guy that I
album,
work the
actually.
closest with now, and I send him beats like every day, and then I'm slowly putting together my next album.
Oh yeah. So you just gonna have different artists on it, and
Yeah. So my first album was like it had like 38 rappers on it or something
Yeah,
like that.
crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm like putting together the next one, but it's coming along slowly. I'm kind of focused on beats for other guys' projects, and
Right.
then like, you know, I'll work on my album like, you know, once or twice a week.
Mm. So with yourself, is there a certain type of sound that you like to hear, as far as, you know, musically, like is more soul or bounce with you, or just all over the place? I mean, is there something that you like as far as you're searching for, you know?
So as I've gotten older, like I like everything, but my go-to sound that I always want to hear is still like that primo MOP type stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the big like dark horns with just like boom bap drums. That's still my favorite sound.
I'm cold as ice. It's all them shits. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I mean, I know the vibe just off rip. You know what I mean? With what you're saying, you know?
Right, exactly.
I was you know what? I'm gonna ask you this question right now. Then, so why don't you tell us, right? Who your 5 top producers would be? You.
Okay. Primo,
Mm-hmm.
Alchemist,
Mm.
Dre,
Mm.
Stoop from Jedi Mind tricks,
Okay.
and I think Timbaland.
Oh yeah.
See,
Yeah. Because he's like my like wild card where like he'll be in my 5 and then he won't be in my 5.
Yeah, because I asked you years ago. I asked you years ago that same question, and I was blown away that you didn't say Muggs. I was it blew me away. Yeah.
Yeah, no, and it's interesting that you said that because a lot of people ask me how come Muggs or RZA aren't in my top.
Yeah.
And I don't really have an answer to that. I just
No, yeah.
It was just like that. The era that I really became obsessed with hip hop was like kind of like the 50 Cent G Unit era. So it was a lot of Dre beats, a lot of, you know, and then like that same era was when Timbaland was like just doing everything. So yeah. So
I've always been a fan. Everybody you spoke of, I'm a fan of. I'm not too sure if I got to delve more into Stoop. You said Stoop?
Yeah.
From Jedi.
Stoop. I got to check out Stoop, Doggy Dog, and them. But other than that,
hey, look at the
Oh,
hoodie
shit,
right
there you
now.
go.
You know what I mean? Yo, it's crazy because I used to call people, like, instead of being, you know, hard and then at them and just calling someone stupid, I just used to call them Stoops, right? That way, you know, it kind of was through. So when you said that shit, I'm like, oh, man, you know what I'm saying? I can't even meet dude. But now, I'm going to listen to his music. But Timbaland was one of my dudes, too.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, because I don't know, the way he brought that studded beat and that stiffened style like that, the shit was crazy, man. That shit was like, he had a whole movement for a minute.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Now, he never, ever had to come out with his boy rapping.
Magoo.
He could have left Magoo home making the school, right? But Timbaland, to me, he wasn't bad with that rapping because he kind of was going, his flow and what he was doing and his comedy and all that was going with his music. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When he threw his boy in there, it made it extra cartoonish. So therefore, it was like, you know, everybody knew that about Magoo. I mean, come on. But those beats, I can
Magoo.
or like he likes to say, Magoo, whatever that meant. We still knew that. Yo, that's stew with potatoes or carrots is still a fucking stew. And let me just tell you, right? He just, I don't know, that was his man. So, hey, if you want to call something about giving your man some run, he gave his man some run. There's a few more. Chubb Rock had this dude, Hot Diggity Dog. Same situation, right? I mean, so there's been a few in the history. The dudes were like just really weren't rappers, but they mans gave them a shot. So
yeah. So let me ask you guys a question.
yeah.
In your opinion, who's the best producer / rapper?
Like producer / rapper. Let me think. I mean, I would have to say Kanye West. And the reason why,
I'd unfortunately have to agree with you, Suge. Yeah.
I mean, because even if dudes made a song, I mean, I just found out recently, I thought Pete Rock was smooth with it, right? But he sounded pretty good. He flowed pretty good. But then I just found out recently, like, he wasn't writing them joints.
No, you found out. You found out on the podcast. He told us on here.
That's my man. I've known him for years. But so the way he, I guess what he learned it pretty good because the way he would just flow into with his rhymes and the way his style was, I thought he was writing them joints.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, but
like his
Kanye,
rhymes were never like crazy to me, so I always just assumed he wrote that shit.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
They were, but it was. Hey, listen, I don't even want to give his name right now, but there's a top rapper that's big time, and he got some of the simplest Simon rhymes. It's simple, and someone writes them shits. But where I thought like he always wrote them, but then I found out like, oh, okay, you know. Because I think sometimes when people start making money at a certain level, it's hard to keep a man that's full starving. You know what I mean? So that's just impossible. It's like, I'm not saying you can't still be creative because a lot will be, but some it's just like, you remember when you got in the game and how it was. Oh yeah, I'm trying to get this. Now, it's like you went from nothing to like 100 mil. You know what I'm saying? So it's just I could see where that changed people, and I've seen it because it's just it's the hunger. A lot of this music is based on built from creativity, but hunger too. Like, you know what I mean?
I'm gonna be real with you, Big Suge. It would 100% change me to the point where I would just become a recluse. I would never leave. I'd just be in my studio or home. I would never leave. Like, why do I gotta leave? What do I gotta leave for? Oh, you gotta do a video for this guy. I don't want to do a video. I got $100 million. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I'll tell you what. Who do you think? See?
Man, I didn't even think of Kanye, but that is a top one for sure.
Yeah, it's tough to admit. It's tough to admit, but I think that's it. You know?
I'm trying to think. You can't say Dre because he doesn't write his raps.
No.
Yeah,
he's Kanye. The flow, all that. You know?
Yeah, that's true. Maybe on like a smaller scale than Kanye, Evidence maybe.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean,
another two too. Like that's if you want to like that has some good production and he's a pretty good rapper. Is Fame from MOP too.
Oh yeah.
There's a good one too. Yeah, you always forget that.
He did a lot of tracks. We go underground. He did a lot of tracks where you're like, damn, but then Fame would get right in front of that shit and spit. You know what I'm saying? That vocals dismembering. But he was doing his shit. So listen, I got another one. We like to know your take top 10 favorite MCs.
Top 10 favorite MCs.
But hold up, before you count, I gotta go back. 1, 2, 3. CLance, we want to know who the favorite top 10 MCs. Your favorite top 10 MCs. Let's go.
All right. So no particular order.
No.
Yeah.
So Eminem, Vinny Paz, Lloyd Banks, Guru, Prodigy, Jadakiss, Exhibit.
Oh wow, first time.
I'm hip.
How many is that? Is that like 7?
Yeah, 7. Yep.
Okay. Man. Oh, 50.
Okay.
Yep.
About me. You know, hey, it's crazy too when you say 50 because I just think about one of the illest shits that people slept on is when, he was having his beef with Ja Rule, dissing him and shit, whatever.
Yeah.
But when he said that motherfucker sing like the Cookie Monster, that shit, I was like, yo, that shit was a high level snap.
Yeah.
And that motherfucker was like, yo, and then you think about Cookie, then you think of Ja Rule, that's fucked. Go ahead, man. But 50 was something else with that line, man.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So now I got 9 and 10, right?
Yep.
AZ.
Yeah. Who?
AZ.
Okay.
That's the first one. That's a good one.
And then lastly, man, I'd probably have to go Ice Cube.
Nice.
Oh, okay. So you see, now that's Ice Cube would be in DL's joint too. So you know what I mean. He can attest to, you know what I mean. So
Yeah, Ice Cube's in there. Ice Cube's in there.
so now that now that on another note, that obviously you said you played baseball younger, but are you still a baseball fan?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for sure. I don't know if I agree with this. I don't know if I agree with this Red Sox roster this year, but
Look, I'm gonna tell you like you said. It's kind of weird because if you obviously you follow baseball, and so the Red Sox have been having some weird ass ebbs and flows. Like they win these few games, they lose like 10, and you're like, oh, they suck, right? And then they win like 10. You know what I mean? And then now they got a 3-game, and so what it is it's showing them as a 500 type team, unless there's a couple of moves that they can make during the trade season. I mean, I was disappointed with them letting the shortstop go. You know what I mean?
Bogarts.
Yeah, I was disappointed in some of the moves, and then giving Sale all that money, and Sale, we don't know if he's gonna be like this dude Clay Buchholz that we used to have at the Red Sox. So,
oh man,
yeah, he's paper thin. So I don't know, but we'll see. I mean, I like Cora as a manager. You know what I mean? Cause
me too.
I mean, he does his job well. He works with what he has. And then if all else fails with Cora, we know that you can start banging trash cans. You know what I mean? So, right? So we're all good. But if you have a favorite team, are you a Sox fan, or you know what I mean?
Yeah, Sox for sure. All the Boston teams.
Me too. Yeah. Every single one I'm talking about for years. So I never like some teams I would like. I'd be a fan of them. Like, oh, they nice. Like and shit in the 70s, football and different teams. But my team was always Boston. I couldn't go anywhere else and feel like, damn, I'm a root for these motherfuckers. No, I lived in Atlanta. It was some glorious years out there, but I wasn't rooting for them. Yeah. Went to a couple of games, went to football games. Now I'm Boston. But when Boston came to town, I'm OG +3, and I was watching Dominique Wilkins, Tree Rollins. These were dudes that basketball players on the Hawks playing against Bird, Harris, and McHale. I got on all green and shit, right? You know what I mean? I'm like, yo, and this is the height of when Dominique was like just making posters for a regular. You know what I mean? So, I believe in Boston teams and shit. You know what I mean? So, do you watch other sports too? Basketball, what's going on now, and all that?
Oh yeah. I'm interested in how this Heat series is gonna go. Because I hope Jimmy Butler doesn't go off.
Well, so you got a little fear about what Jimmy could do?
I do. I just feel like he's one of those guys for some reason that just even though I think the Celtics are a way better team, if you have that one guy that just goes off, it's like unstoppable.
Well, here's my take on that. I mean, something like that could possibly happen. Never. But no. I just think I think he's dope though. I think fucking Jimmy Butler's dope. He's rugged. He ain't the best player in the world. But he can score. He gets you buckets. They call him Jimmy Buckets. They also call him Himothy. So I mean, he's definitely the fucking truth. But when the game goes on tonight, Jason Tatum is the best player that's on that floor. You know what I'm saying? The one thing they both have in common, they haven't won anything as far as championships and shit like that. You know what I mean? So, man, I don't know. I mean, I like the boss. I like Boston. I like him to maybe get a game or go wild. But we can say shit like that and these motherfuckers could come out and sweep them. You know what I mean? So we don't.
Yeah.
It's one of them weird things like that. You know what I mean? So, but are you gonna be watching tonight?
Oh yeah, definitely, 100%.
You live with your family in that house, or it's just you?
No, it's me, my wife, and our 3 cats.
Oh, word. Yo, shit.
I love it.
My man, yo, but okay. So listen, that's funny as shit. So you're a cat dad, right? So
Yeah.
so Pete, right? Cat daddy. No, but anyway, listen. So are you one of the people? Because listen, I recently had to go pick up some cat food for somebody, and yo, if you read the fucking labels on cat food, I'm like, what is this salmon with rice and gravy mixture? And all, like, I mean, are you picking shit out for your cats like that, or are y'all making food for them? What are you doing?
Oh no, we actually are very strict with what we feed them. We feed them like the holistic, organic stuff.
Oh man! Oh, so
Yeah.
so do they wear rainbow jackets or they just chill? No, I mean, listen, that's crazy, man. So you're buying the food then somewhere differently, not like
Yeah. Like we don't buy it from like Petco or any of that stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So what do you got? Like, are they big cats?
Yeah, they're Bengal cats.
Oh
Oh,
shit.
for real?
Yeah.
So you all 3 of them?
Yeah.
Oh, so I heard Bengal cats talk to each other when the owners go to sleep.
Yeah, they do.
The motherfuckers is like, yo, hey, you don't know how to make beats. What's good? You know what I mean? But then, that's why. Yo, you know how they do, right? Hey, DL, because DL got a little dog over there.
Yeah.
That baby, that's our homie in crime over there on the low.
Glizzy.
But I know when they sleeping and shit, that dog be talking to himself. You know what I mean? He's like, yo, this is wild up here. Crazy shit, D, when you told me on post that he got one of them hawks or eagles was going to scoop him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I'm saying, like, you know how they do? They come down with them
Yeah,
shits.
he was looking for him.
You know, and I sit there, they got Bailey. Now, your ass might actually find out that your vertical is nice.
Yeah.
Because you're going to have to jump up and grab that motherfucker. You know, if they get Bailey, man, they out. So anyway, you got anything?
Yeah, I just have one question because I know you gotta go. I just want to know, like, as technology grows and it's easier and easier to make beats, and are you worried about? I know you're established, but are you worried about AI technology making hip hop beats?
Man, I've been seeing those like posts go around about the AI, like the Jay-Z thing.
Yeah.
And I haven't even looked at it, man. I just ignore all that stuff.
So
trash.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Though. Like,
I don't think you're never going to be able to actually, like no matter how much technology evolves, you're never going to be able to actually take that human like soul away from hip hop music, at least.
Yeah.
Well, this is what happens in that situation. This is what fucked the game up. So if you go back in the gangster times and mafia times and all that,
yeah.
dudes wanted to run their numbers and gambling and control alcohol and all that. That's the business they wanted. They didn't want any business with selling drugs. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Initially, that wasn't the case. You know what I mean? So eventually there was guys who said, fuck it, we're going to start getting in this drug game. You know what I mean? So that fucked up a lot of shit. So when I say this, it means I'm saying this to say this. When they do the music, all it's going to take and all it can possibly take is if somebody who is an artist and they doing that with his voice is signed on to get a piece of that and be like, okay, yeah, y'all can do this. You see, that takes that 1 or 2 people to do some weird shit like that. So I look at it like you as trash. Today they were ordered to take down all streaming AI, whatever. It was ordered to take it down on all streaming platforms today. You know what I mean? So
Wow.
Yeah, because they know that. I mean, come on. Like I said, someone like Jay-Z would have to say, well, I agree with this and I own 50% of it and whatever, blah, blah, and then that's some other shit. But as of now, I'm like you, man, trash is trash. You know?
Yeah.
He said you got to go. Were you going somewhere tonight?
No, I don't.
No, I got dinner plans with the wife.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's damn, man. You know, I'm over here, right? I'm drinking some Captain Morgan and but then
Getting ready for the game.
Yeah, then I pick up the glass with buds in it, and I'm about to drink.
Nice.
I'm like, yo, man, do you smoke?
No, I don't.
Nah, good for you. I mean, you know, shit. I don't smoke too every day, but you know, I keep. Do you drink?
Yeah.
Oh,
I try to stick to just the weekends though.
Yeah, because it can go awry. No,
No, I can real quick.
yeah, I understand. Well, listen, man. We appreciate you coming today, man, chopping it up with us, man.
Oh, yeah.
It was very enlightening to me, and I'm sure DL. And, you know, I got to be listening out even more, you know, and our people that listen and fans, you know. Also, so we want you to tell the people, the fans, what are your socials, what are the projects they could be looking out for, and what's basically next with you, you know?
Yeah, so I'm just on IG. It's C_Lance, and then on Facebook CLance, and then I don't do the TikTok thing.
Yeah.
And, what's coming is me and Merkules got a new song dropping tomorrow night at midnight. And then
Can we get a name on that?
It's called Runaway.
Okay.
Your Instagram is actually your Instagram is actually C_Lance_.
I don't even know my own page.
You know what I mean? You got nips over there? Nah, that's cool, man.
Yeah, shout out to Merkules, man. That's cool to see. Yeah, he took off, man. I was on his first album actually. That guy took off, man. Congrats to him, man. That's cool.
Oh yeah, what the Scars album, or was it even before that?
I'm on 2 songs of his. I'll send them to you. I don't know the names. I'm so old, bro. I'm terrible at songs. Like I just said earlier with the Gangstar song. I mean the MOP song. I don't know the name of that shit. But I'll tell you right now, actually. But yeah, you can keep going. Nah,
it's cool. I mean, we got the people pretty much up to date. You know?
Yeah.
I just want people to be able to tune in. You know what I'm saying? And
I'm on his album. The song's called "They Know" 2012.
Oh man, that's even before I even knew him.
Yeah, a long time ago. I'm old, man.
Yeah. You can never sit on the show with me and say you old ever. Yo, here's the thing though. So a fan wanted to know, you know what I'm saying, what do you call that haircut that you have?
It's the term.
Now I'm telling you, is it a high top hurricane or fake? What is it called?
It's like the white boy afro that's trying to grow here.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, whatever works. Whatever works. Yo, CLance, my man, appreciate you coming through, man.
Hell yeah.
And, you know, great success in your endeavors, man, and future endeavors. And hopefully I run into you along the road, man. All right, my man.
All right, thanks for having me, guys.
Thank you, bro.
CLance with the haircut. With the haircut. Yeah,
With the white, what was it? The white afro?
I thought it was a high top hurricane. I mean, or the high top swirl.
Hey, I can't grow anything like that, so shout to him.
Hey, me neither. But anyway, I can't get the high top, low top. I get the low top with the beard. That's about it. But yo, what's good, man? What's good? I mean, you know, you got something coming out.
I went last night with my dad and my girl to see the Temptations and the Four Tops.
Oh yeah, oh beautiful shit, man.
It was crazy. Yeah, it was good, and they were dancing. So the Temptations, you know how it goes. Someone dies, they'll replace them with another guy. So the Temptations had a guy who looked pretty young, but the Temptations were great, all right, and the Four Tops were great, but the Four Tops should have opened. You know what I'm saying? Like their stage show wasn't as good at it, but they are eight years older than those guys. You know what I'm saying? Than the Temptations.
Okay.
It was their voices are still good, man.
Here's the deal. Like, you know, the history. So you know me, you know, just being a tad bit older. So when they were making these songs, first of all, all the original members from the Temptations have deceased, have passed, except for Otis.
Yep.
He's the one who put the group together. So he's the only one that. And the same thing on the other side. I think one of the gentlemen is
just,
original.
Just one guy. Yeah. I'm
Fareed, I think it's Fareed or whatever. But me watching these kids do these groups coming up, that was like, damn, they were so dope. So when I seen all the changes, whereas like infamously, like the original lead singer basically was David Ruffin.
Yep.
Who was replaced by Dennis Edwards because he was Bobby Brown was the new David Ruffin, except for Bobby had a chance to get himself back together. Yeah. But I love that. I love of those times, the choreography of the performances, the harmonies, just the showmanship of it, and the soul sound.
Yeah.
Shout out to Smokey Robinson, because Smokey Robinson wrote a lot of hits for both of them.
So they kept talking about Smokey Robinson. Oh, Smokey Robinson wrote this song. So they did like a 5-minute conversation about Smokey Robinson, and I said to my dad, I said, if Smokey Robinson comes out right now, this shit's gonna be crazy. Like for me, because that's my favorite singer of all time, Smokey Robinson.
Smokey's like, I mean, just as me growing up and hearing some of these things, I was even like, man, it was unbelievable to me when I found out how many of them songs he wrote. Some of the Temptations' biggest.
Yeah, like I said this. It's funny that you say that, because I said this to my mom today. Like, Smokey Robinson was a recording artist at that time. Imagine writing My Girl and giving it to somebody else.
I know.
And you know what I'm saying?
Jeff, even Papa was a Rolling Stone and Cloud Nine. And I think the other one he wrote was Just My Imagination.
Yeah.
So many. He could have kept them all.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like,
say any of it. You know what I mean? But that's amazing. That's why we know his royalties and everything is swell. You know what I mean? Because you go look at those songs on YouTube and such, and you see 25 million listeners. 25.
Even his new song, "Gang Bangin'." Have you heard that song?
Son. Yeah.
You ever heard that song?
No. Here's the thing,
bro. You haven't heard that song?
No. Before you say it, bro, let me say this. Before you say it, all y'all groups that are from back in the day and all of that, people ain't trying to hear no new songs from you.
Yeah.
What they're trying to do is hear the classic shit. Let's keep that real. You know what I'm saying? Because once they start trying to catch up, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't lose your train of thought. Like Tito Jackson, they came up with a project.
Yeah.
And then he had some song talking about thoughts.
Yeah.
And then he said something, and there was some little, I don't know, part. And then someone was interviewing him and says, "Do you know what the thought is?" and he didn't. So that's what I'm just saying. Like, it's crazy. Leave that new shit for web.
Are you serious? You don't know that song? Selling that dope, sniffing that coke, gang banging. You don't know that song?
Did they really sing that shit?
That's Smokey Robinson. I swear to God, I'm gonna send it to you. You're gonna hate it.
Might be true. Hey, here's one thing.
He's still my favorite, but that's crazy.
People might not know. So when I went to the Temptation play,
oh yeah,
there was episode when Otis, I believe it was Otis, was going to look for all the other members, and all the other members, he couldn't find them, and they went to a hotel room, and then they were hotel room together smoking crack. And this was back then. And when I say crack, I mean people tend to think crack is a different thing, but crack is cooked cocaine.
Yeah.
So that's basically what it is. So they were freebasing, but I mean that's crack. Like that's And I was like, so I'm bugging because I'm like, yo, they was doing this shit way the fuck back then. You know what I mean?
They were also celebrities, and they were a little,
it was a rich man's thing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So you 100% right. But I mean, I love shit like that, man. So I'm glad you had a good time. You enjoyed it. Did you go with your father, you said?
Yeah, me, my father, and my girl. Yeah. So I asked a bunch of people. I asked my mom, my sister, my dad, you, Hectic, couple Term.
Oh, now you just told me about it. I didn't know what you were saying about going. I didn't look at it like that.
I was just trying to scoop tickets. Come when we got there, there were maybe 100 seats empty in the auditorium, but there was still a lot of people there, and it was cool because back in the day when they would do lounge shows or concerts, that how down low there would be tables of people eating instead of a crowd. they did that last night. So it was kind of crazy. And then one time during the set, during the Temptation set, they said all the ladies come to the front of the stage. So it's dark in there, you know what I'm saying? So you just see hundreds of people in front of the stage with their hands up waving. But when you think about it, they're all like 85 years old.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? Like when the lights turn on, you're like, oh shit, they're having the time of their life right now.
Like grandma. Those.
Yeah. No, I'm not even joking. All the ladies are reaching their hands up, trying to touch them and stuff. And it's like, no matter what age, it happens.
It's wild. It is that way because those songs, like I said, the songs stand the test of time. Them songs are songs of love, soul, triumph, war. Like all them songs were coming out in those times, man. Through the Vietnams and racism and all of that. And this shit was the theme, man, and the tapestry basically for that era, that time.
Yeah.
Crazy. Shout out to the Temptations and the Four Tops.
Shout out.
You know what I'm saying? Sugar Pie, Honey Bun. You know what I'm saying? You know that I love you.
Oh, yeah.
What I know.
But now how
I can't help myself.
That was my bucket list concert right there. And another thing happened on my bucket list this week. Janelle Monáe decided to flash a club full of people, and her titties went viral, and it was amazing.
Oh, man. I thought you were about to say you finally met the rest of the little rascals. I'm Spanky, and this is my crew, Alfalfa and all them's cool. But nah, I mean, that ain't the one. No, I'm thinking about something. I think I seen that. Was she standing behind the turntables?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. She went viral for it, and half the people hating, half the people loving. But I thought it was great, and I hope she does it again.
You heard it here. Mr. DL hopes that you act like you're in Derry, New Hampshire, and throw the out. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Also, this week, there was something I had here too that I wanted to peep. And for all those who don't know, let them know what Tanya said, TL.
Oh, Tanya. Shout out to Tanya down in there in Colombia. She's going to some village in the mountain for something. I don't know.
See? Because when people talk like that, it's usually buy or sell or hop on the jet to go get a BBL. So pay, right? Yo.
Nah, she's going with 15 of her homegirls to a bachelorette party in Colombia. So
they're gonna use a whole horse. When you have that many girls, they're gonna have all that horses chopped up to make BBLs. No, when they come back, you're gonna be like, yo.
They're only going down there for BBLs or donkey shows.
Well, once you go to donkey show, you come back with donkey. Hey, babe, when you left, you didn't have that. What happened? What do you didn't have what?
That's funny.
It's all good. How come you don't want to sleep? How come you don't want to lay down when you're sleeping? Why do you want to stand up? Be safe over there, man, because they wild over there in Colombia, man. Yeah. So, also, shout out, I want to give Metro Boomin, you know what I'm saying? He was giving props to Cameron and Mace with their new podcast. Have you seen it?
The sports one?
Yeah,
I saw it. Yeah.
That shit is kind of funny to me, man, because first of all, dudes bring their personalities to the table, which Mace don't really got that much. But Cam is like, he's a character altogether with that. So they bounces off each other swell. They had Lenny Cook on recently, man. You can look up the Lenny Cook story with, he used to be like a top dude like LeBron in high school and all that, but, his shit went the other way. Cam said he looked younger than him, though, but I disagree. But shout out to them, man. Cam brought a base with their show, and Metro Boomin thinks it's the shit. And my son updated my phone, so now my font is big as shit. You know what I mean? My font, man, for time is crazy, but it looks good though. I mean, it just takes you back. See, that shit, that's as big as hell. But anyway, you got something else you was saying, D?
I got some. I got some. Oh, that was another thing. Speaking of that, about the Janelle Monáe.
Speaking of that. Go ahead,
The
man.
Janelle Monáe thing. There's people online saying, you know, some people are loving it, some people are hating it. Like, oh, who cares? She's gay, and I'm like, oh, that's probably exactly what's keeping you from being with her, bro.
Yeah.
Like, her being gay is why you can't get with her.
like she would want to be with you. You know what I mean?
So I wanted
I
wanted to read this list. I'm sure you saw this or heard about this list. The 50 greatest hip hop beats of all time. Did you hear about this?
No.
So this
you
was.
You can go ahead and read it.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna wrap. Oh, I'll wrap the song. Yo. So the number one hip hop beat of all time they're saying is "Still Dre" by Dr. Dre.
Dun, 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 dun. Okay, what's number 2? I'm down to hear all 50 of these.
All right, yeah, it's 50. Here we go. Number 1, "Still Dre." Then it's "Shook Ones" by Mobb Deep. Shook Ones Part 2, obviously. Then it's "Grindin'" by Clips. You think that's the third?
I love that shit. Though.
You think that? Yeah, I think it's it. All right, so Biggie, "Who Shot Ya?" A Milli by Lil Wayne. "Power" by Kanye West. It's All About the Benjamins is number 7. Still Tippin', Mike Jones featuring Paul Wall and Slim Thug.
Rapping, Pobo, yeah, that was my shit too.
Get Your Freak On, Missy Elliott. Speaking of Timberland,
okay.
So that was number 10. Number 11 is Cream, followed by Nothing But a G Thing. Then The Message by Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five.
Okay, they go your mans.
The next
Mustachio.
The next one is N-Words in Paris by Jay-Z and Kanye West, followed by We Gon' Make It by Jadakiss and Styles. 16 is Throw Some D's on It by Rich Boy. Wow.
Oh, yeah. He said throw some D's on it. No, go ahead, man. Throw some cheese on that bitch. That's got a hamburger.
That parody is funny.
On that bitch. Go ahead. What number you?
That was 16. So 17 is Big Pimpin'. 18, The Choice Is Yours by Black Sheep. Oh, nice. 19. This is one of my favorite hip hop beats ever. Put Your Hands Where My Eyes Can See by Busta Rhymes.
Yeah, that me too.
I got 5 on it. Flavor in Your Ears, number 21, the original. I think they're the same beat. If they're not, something very small has changed, but I think it's the same beat. Let's see here. Let's see, Flavor in Your Ear. Blah, blah, blah. I got Dipset Anthem. They Reminisce Over You by Pete Rock, CL Smooth.
That gotta be in there.
Some Cut by Trillville. Lucchini, Camplo, New York State of Mind, Nas, Runnin', The Far Side, that's dope. Liquid Swords, Jizza.
Hold up. New York State of Mind is in there. The Cream joint.
Number 26, yep.
So that gotta be it. We just talked about that earlier, so go ahead.
Nuck If You Buck, Ambitions as a Rider by Tupac. Wow, of all the shit they say about Tupac, this and that, took him number 31. But I know he's not a producer, but I'm just saying, it's interesting. Children's Story by Slick Rick. Mass Appeal, Gangstar, number 33. So I haven't read this list yet. I was waiting to read it on here.
2 of them, yeah.
So that's cool. Mass Appeal, number 33. So Mass Appeal, and what'd you say? New York State of Mind?
Yeah, those are 2 from him on there.
Mask Off by Future. BMF by Rick Ross. Rough Riders Anthem, DMX. Electric Relaxation, Tribe Called Quest. Whoa by Black Rob. That's a good one. I'm Bout It by True. March Madness, Future. I don't know that one. Maybe I'd have to hear it. Is that a good one? True. He said it was a good one.
Been around for a few years. March Madness came out in like 2017.
All right.
2017, True.
I'll have to listen to it because I don't know it off the top.
Oh man, he waffles.
My Hitter by YG. Ha by Juvenile. Damn, Ha, that beat was hard, man.
You're right.
That beat was sick. Mad City by Kendrick Lamar. They Know, Shawty Low. Down for My N-Word by C Murder featuring Snoop Dogg. Oh, yeah, hell yeah. Here it goes right here. I think this is one of the most slept on rap beats ever. Cell Therapy by Goody Mob. 93 Till Infinity, Souls of Mischief, Paid in Full, Eric B. and Rakim. Ride and Spinners, 3-6 Mafia. And the number 50 is I Don't Like by Chief Keef and Lil Reese.
It's kind of crazy because I can't. There's so many great beats, but all them shits on it was hit. Like in the ones I know, a couple I didn't know, but Oh, them shits was hitting. So therefore, and then a shout out to Preem too, because I mean, you gotta have. It's impossible you couldn't have his song that he did. I mean, but I would have took the Biggie joint too, though, kicking the door. You know what I mean? I just like that shit. That shit was just funky. And Come Clean, the J. Rue joint. You know what I mean? Because nobody did that shit with that. What was that water torture sound? Like boom, 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 and the way he did them drums, that was crazy. But there's so many beat makers around, man. So you know, yo, you ever been to baseball games?
Oh yeah,
you know,
hundreds. Yeah.
You ever order a Monster Dog?
Nah, I never liked hot dogs. I ate them when I was a kid, and then I got sick. Pause. I ate them. I ate them when I was a kid, and I got really sick, and then something about it, I just never had it again. Yeah.
The reason why I say it because I always tell dudes, if you go to baseball games, you can order anything you want, but you can't order the Monster Dog. I'm saying because I watched a couple of dudes eat it, pause, and I was like, yo,
Gotta eat it sideways. You gotta eat it like corn on the cob.
No.
You gotta eat.
See, I might give you respect if you try the corn on the cob, but dudes has got it like this way, and with your mouth stretching, I'm like, nah, son, put that mother. If a woman do it, whatever, it is what it is, but you can't go buy no goddamn Monster Dog. Even when you order it, this should be like a big ass yellow glove that slaps fire out you. You know what I'm saying? Let me get a Monster Dog. Blow! Slap the shit out of you because it don't work. But go ahead, man.
Shout out to Rihanna. At first, I thought it was weird, but I don't know. It kind of grew on me. She named her kid RZA. Did you see that? She named her 1-year-old.
Did you see what her man had on while he was holding the baby, and she was dressed like Wu-Tang?
Yeah. She was dressed like ODB. That's the thing. It looked. I saw a few pictures, and it looked like it was a Wu-Tang themed first birthday party.
I don't know, but I don't know what he was because he had like pink and purple and all that.
No, I'm not sure what he was.
Yeah, ASAP was rocking.
But I saw a couple other party guests, and they had like Wu wear on and shit like that. So yeah.
You ever bought any Wu wear?
Nah, I never got into the Wu wear. I never had any Wu-Tang shirts. No, I liked Wu-Tang, but I never had any Wu-Tang shirts. Dude,
speaking of hard being one of the hardcore beats, Manny Fresh crowns Juvenile.
Uh-oh.
He crowns Juvenile's song, Back That Ass Up, as the greatest love song ever made. Let me tell you something. It's kind of hilarious, but he might really feel that way. And when somebody talks about love song, they really talking about love. I mean, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I need love from LL Cool J is more of a love song than that. You know what I mean? And it's love is that you acquainted with something smooth or whatever, right? And you know, there's nothing lovey-dovey or romantic or smooth. Yo, back that ass up.
No, so I'm saying it went from like the Temptations and singing about like Smokey Robinson, inch by inch we're getting closer, real smooth, to rub your big fat ass on my dick. You know what I'm saying?
Or this shit, or this. Yo, back that ass up.
Yeah.
But what you want to do? What do you think I do? Well, back that ass up. I mean, yeah, it's just crazy that he said that, but shout out to Manny Fresh, man. It is what it is. He probably made the joint, so that's why he said it. Also, on another note, 6 hours. Hey, listen, hit the like button.
Yeah,
see what's popping with us, man. We here, man. It's episode 69. You know what I mean? 69. Y'all know what it is. No Takashi. You know what I mean? We straight 69. You know what I mean? So, episode 69. Also, Jay-Z.
Jiggle.
New York PD cops charged with stealing almost 3,000 worth of Ace of Spades champagne. JC's Ace of Spades is one of the most coveted champagne brands on the market. So much so that 3 NYPD cops have been charged with reportedly stealing nearly 3,000 worth of the beverage at a music festival last year. They thought they were smooth and shit, right? According to Billboard Manhattan District Attorney Alvin Bragg, brought felony charges against Jonathan Gonzalez, Wojciech Czech, and what a name, Wojciech Czech, Warren Golden on Monday for taking bottles of Hoover's expensive champagne at the Electric Zoo in September. So, the era that we're in anyway, people have always done shit like that. You know, the police been still doing that shit for years. It's like people have done other shit. But because now the era of exposure and social media, we gonna know about it. You know what I'm saying? As we stand now, they're being charged for that. And there's an investigation into 3 detectives in charge of narcotics at the festival saw 3 VIP attendees order bottles of Ace of Spades. So once the attendees stepped away for a brief second, Gonzalez actually took 2 bottles worth $2,900 in total and retrieved a backpack, and then Zach allegedly gave Gonzalez the bottles to be placed in the backpack. Golden saw what took place, but reportedly didn't do anything. So what he's supposed to do, tell on his homies and shit? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So anyway, Jay-Z's supposedly sold Tidal or something like that, and
I saw that.
Made a few million off of that, and he's helping supporting the other side, the people that have lost a lot of money on that festival. So, you know, it is what it is. But we'll see what happens, man.
All right, does your stupid as hell this week involve the NBA by any chance?
Of course it does, but for more reason than what everybody's jumping on. But also, before I do that, shout out to the Boston Celtics, who win 7 games, and then were behind an iconic.
They were behind by 11 points at one point.
Well, it was a slugfest. This 7th game with Philly. In the beginning, it was a slugfest, and then Boston dropped them. They called him, and that was it. Jason Tatum had an iconic game for the ages, which started on the game before. He missed a ton of shots, but he made clutch shots in the end to pull that out and separate. So they move on. Tonight, as we're taping, they're going to play. I feel that they can win this series. But after Philly was eliminated by Boston, Gilly the Kid on $1 million worth of game. We don't get a broadcast. We speak on anything, man. He was already upset, which he should be, that the Philly lost. And he said if they lost, Doc was going to be fired, you know, coaching somewhere in Pelican Bay or whatever. And I don't know, he said some shit. So
Pelican Bay.
Doc got fired. Doc Rivers got fired. And he had his people that he felt like should be the new coach. Now, his number 1 was Mark Jackson, which I feel that too. I've been wanting Mark Jackson to come back and be a coach forever, but he just never has. Sometimes it's you're dealing with less being a commentator and making all that money. You know what I mean? And when you're coaching, it's a different ball game. And we'll see if that's what happens. Also, he had Sam Cassell on that list. He had someone else too, I can't remember what it was, but he also had him and Wallow. He says here, he said that he would be a great coach and Wallow would give all the motivational speeches, right? So, as people know, they know Wallow does a lot of that. But it's kind of crazy because, you know, he probably was just saying it, you know, but sometimes, man, you see some of the most silliest shit in sports that you know about, which you feel like, man, I could actually coach better than this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Man, you never know. You never know. A guy who had who had a reality show was the president. That's you never know. Like
that's true.
That being a podcaster, being an NBA coach is so in the realm of reality now.
I think Kanye West. Excuse me, if he didn't cuckoo out at that specific time, he could have been a president. He would have been a president if he just stayed like being Kanye, chilling, and then became a president. Trust me, you know it. You wouldn't have been surprised. You know what I mean? So
now it's
even
Donald,
I still feel to this day, Donald Trump, when he won, I still felt like he was like somewhere like, oh shit, I won for real.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because he was who he was. And then if you think about billionaires before him, Ross Perot, other guys just getting in to shift the
Romney. Yep.
Shift. They're just getting in to kind of shift the geographics of that whole shit, the demographics actually. I'm sorry, and just the leverage. That's why they get in. They wasn't trying to win. Ross Perot, you think he really wanted to be the president? Probably not. But when Trump turned around and said, "Oh shit, these stupid motherfuckers made me better." You know what I'm saying? Come on, Trump done did shit maybe we never seen before. He even told people it's cool if you rush the White House. Rush them now. That's it. Boom. Yo, you ever thought you would see in your life? Now, let me tell you something. One of the craziest things I've seen about the White House was years ago, in the height of karate flicks. This dude dressed with a black coat and a gi jumped over the fence at the White House and was whipping ass like a karate movie, right? This shit really happened, right? And then they jumped his ass, they all teamed and got him. But at first, your man was like, I feel like he said he wanted to go see the president. You know what I mean? And he started, wilding out. Like, I guess they just couldn't shoot him right there. So, you know what I mean? So today they would have tased him. But then Trump, I was like, I seen some crazy shit, but they'll never get that close. Trump, these motherfuckers ran up in there. You know what I'm saying? Deep. You know what I mean? Chasing motherfuckers, breaking shit in the White House. I mean, come on, man.
No, it wasn't the White House, but I hear you talking about. It was the Capitol.
Oh, well, you know what I mean? My bad. But I'm just saying, you thought you would never, was the Capitol?
Yeah, the White House was actually, this is way before our time, but the White House was actually burned down during one of our wars. The original White House was built by slaves, and that one was burned down, and then it was rebuilt, I don't know, maybe sometime after the Civil War. Maybe it was burned down during the Civil War in the 1800s, maybe?
So you feel like that then it was rebuilt by the latches?
The indentured servants. The indentured servants built it. They weren't slaves. They weren't slaves anymore. We don't call you slaves anymore. You're indentured servants.
We're free. We'll all be friends and shit. Yeah, that's crazy, man. But man, so shout out to the Celtics. On the other side, man, we got LeBron still ticking.
Yep.
They're 38 years old, and him and Anthony Davis are clicking. They lost last night to Utah, which the Joker, man, Jokic is just playing out his mind.
Yeah.
And Murray, and that team is just it's going to be interesting, man. We see what it comes down to. But I'm a Boston dude. Shout out to Boston for tonight, and we move on.
Is the game in Boston?
Huh?
Is the game in Boston?
Yes, Boston will be have home court advantage to the Eastern because they have the best record. Milwaukee was number one, then they were eliminated. You know what I mean? So I left Boston. So every series they would win, they'd be the home team. You know what I mean? Separate. Your championships are a different animal. But I say that to say this week we about to talk about Stiz Newpin as hell.
Stupid. I already know the nickname. You heard his new nickname?
Well, yeah, but I got a different take on this though, right? So, of course, everybody's been piling on, and everybody's Ja Morant this week. I mean, he was seen in a video after being reprimanded, suspended, saying he was going to get the proper help previously. He was in another video holding a gun. It was actually live. Holding a gun and rapping to the song. Now, he wasn't pointing at anybody, whatever, but still, after this just happened, it's comes with such utter stupidity to do something like that. And it's not like you got a problem or nothing. It's like, yo, you just, that's the invincibility and the thought process that a young superstar has. Like this, some guys is like, oh yeah, I can do this again. They know what stupid shit's gonna happen. So now he has to feel terrible. So the people there's a lot of people that are stupid. This is the stupid as hell group. Because first of all, it's the ones who accepted his apology last time and thought he was straight. You turn out looking stupid as hell too because you believe that dude, right? Which a lot of us did, I guess. Me, I just gotta wait a little longer to see what happens. Also, this Kwame Brown went on a rant on this little platform he has about calling him young NBA young dumb boy and all that, right? And shit, that's cool. I mean, he did something utterly stupid. I'm not going to sit here and say, man, what you have to do, because we know that your friends around you will be your downfall. You're only as great as the people around you. If you got bums around you, it's going to fuck you up. We know that, you know, and I'm trying to let him see that. On top of that, all this shit is for a moment. You're a star and you're phenomenal for a moment. That's gonna. Everybody ain't LeBron and Tom Brady, and so be like it's gonna pass. You know, you had greats like Steve Francis and a few others that should have these long, terrific careers and didn't. So you don't know what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
And if John Morant, if you weren't such the superstar that you are, then nobody would give a fuck, though. They really wouldn't. If you was a bench dude, they kick you to the side, let you go play somewhere in Istanbul, and that's it. But man, you John Morant, man. I mean, it's just so it's sad because you see his father flossed up at a lot of the games, and you can't blame a child or grown man child's activity on the parent.
Yeah.
But it's like, man, you want to be like more, damn, this shit is crazy. What are you doing? Something?
Yeah, you can't blame it as an adult, but that's how he came up. He came up with that guy. He was raised by that guy. His mind was molded by that guy. So
but I mean,
he's just
he should know. He should have knew better. It was stupid, and he's gonna have to pay the piper.
Yeah,
I believe they'll probably give him a long, lengthy suspension. Also, Kwame Brown, he was up there trying to clown, but I mean, he got clowned too. When you came in the league, you were supposed to be all everything, man. You know what I'm saying? And you got clowned up.
Didn't he play with Jordan on the Wizards?
Yeah, everybody. They was just screaming on him and trying to get him right, and it just didn't work. And now, mind you, maybe he wasn't ready for it, whatever. So that's cool. But then, the way he tried to blast on John Morant, I mean, damn, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Together. I pray and I hope that you get the help that you need, brother. And the help is not outside. The help is within. You know what I mean? Because Ja has to realize what's going on. He's not cuckoo. They probably be scared of thinking we get another Aaron Hernandez, you know what I mean? Because you don't know we got these guns and shit. You know what I mean? But I don't think it's that far with him like that. I think that's a different animal.
Yeah.
But man, listen, I'm counting on you, bro, for real, because you nice, man, and your personality, from what we see it from afar, things look straight. You know what I mean? To me, I know what you was doing. I know you was sillying up and all that, but you in a profession. You in a different profession. If you want to hold guns as a profession, you could be a cop. Imagine being a high flying, jumping cop. That ain't the same thing. That's why you're doing what you do, man.
Like, yo,
let's get it right, bro.
There's a cat stuck in the tree. Don't call the fire department. Call Officer Morant. I mean?
So this week, John Morant, man, you were stupid as hell. You have a chance to get off of this stupid as hell list at some point. But damn,
it's gonna be tough because he's on there twice. I think he's on here twice already.
He could be, and Kwame Brown is also stupid as hell. Yeah. So it's just
stupid. He's stupid adjacent.
yeah, you know what I mean. So it's stoop doggy dog. But anyway, like we said earlier, this week, John Morant, let's get it together, baby.
Oh man, my God! Yeah, I saw that and I was like, this can't be real. So, yeah, shout out to CLance. It's good to see local people making it big, man. That's cool, man.
No question, man. I feel for the brother, but then he's doing something that I said people should be able to do. Like he's making all his beats and music out there, basically in farmland in a house, like sort of, away from shit. Yeah. I used to say Biggie could write. I used to say when all that heat was going on, that Biggie could have just flew him to the Bahamas somewhere, whatever. Yeah. Kept making albums. Just be like, dude, you got to stay here for a year, whatever it was. Keep putting records out, doing videos, and let that shit blow past, because it would have,
Yeah.
It definitely, you know what I mean? So, but they stayed in the heat of it. That goes with management and shit like that. But man, sometimes you just, man, you can do whatever somewhere else. I could write the hardest, roughest songs, shit, living in fucking Utah.
Yeah.
Just because I know and what I see and what I feel, you know what I mean, over life. So, but another episode in the books. Yeah. Boom, 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 bang. We ain't got time. We usually have a Tanya doll when she steps out of town. But, I mean, we gotta You got to get the little headpiece on this. You gotta get the head on a stick.
It was last minute, yeah.
No head on the stick. Pause. But anyway,
But next week you said you got OC coming through next week?
Yes.
Nice.
OC gonna stop by, man. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah.
You know, member of the digging in the crates. You know what I mean? So,
Oh yeah.
you know, we gonna get it popping, man. Appreciate y'all coming through. Remember, excuses have no purpose, so don't make them.
Don't make them.
As we grow, we grow. You know what I'm saying? We got 69 weeks in, and always had that. You know, pay attention, man. You know, pay attention to what you're saying. Say it with conviction. Stand on it and live by it. And we'll see, because hot air is just hot air. It's that simple.
Fuck yeah.
Peace.
Peace.
On my dark days.
On my dark days, I chopped crack on a regular. Ran up in spots and clapped on a regular. Took big fat ass stacks from the register. No matter how hard they tried, they still couldn't measure the hard I had.